Got the Rabbit registered this week. Now we can go take it on the road. But first, a little bit of maintenance. Alright, so first thing on the list, coolant overflow has coolant in there. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna assume that means we're good on that. Next, we have the oil, and looking good there as well. Now back here is the clutch cable. This cable was giving me some issues right before I moved. So my buddy John used a hose clamp and figured out a way to get it to work. Now he said it was temporary, but looks pretty permanent to me. And last but not least, make sure these lug nuts are all torqued down correctly. And we're just gonna take a little drive around town. My camera mount broke while we were driving. And I figured I'd pull off the side of the road here. It's kind of a cool spot to take some pictures. Can't wait till the outside of the Rabbit is looking as good as what the inside's starting to look like. Diego, you ready? You ready to go? You ready to go? All right, let's go. Get over. Such a beautiful morning to be out driving around. Alright, so while everything is still hot, yeah, coolant hose, very hot. Lower coolant hose, also hot, very, very hot. Let's see, I'm just making sure things are moving along down here. So this coolant hose is not as hot, but definitely warm, as expected. Belt still seems to be good right there. Don't see anything strange. No other leaking fluids. I'm so excited to have this thing out on the road. It's so fun to be manually shifting around and just zooming around this little go-kart of a car. Things that I need to take care of. This steering wheel, it is just right up against the turn signals and the washer fluid controls. So I need to get that fixed. My headlights seem to be not working, as well as a couple of my hazard lights or like turn signal lights. So we're gonna look into that. And we also have a little bit of an oil leak that we're gonna check out and see. Likely just needs to be snugged up, but I just wanna get under there and just make sure. The back. This side was totally disconnected. I kind of forgot I haven't cleaned that up yet. And then the front. This one's working. This side is not. I pulled the bulb. It is nasty looking. It's all kinds of corroded. I think the bulb is still good. And then inside here is really nasty as well. So I'm gonna try to get that cleaned up and hopefully this bulb's still good. Again, love this Dremel. Just kind of hit it real quickly. Man, I wish I could get that in there, focus. These are all nice and clean. Down inside here you can see as well. It's pretty nasty, but I think we should get enough connection now. Still nothing. I'm not sure what's going on here. Clean this up extra good on the bottom. Inside, I feel like there's enough there to make contact, but not doing anything. So I'm gonna have to get out the multimeter and see if I can figure out what's going on. All right, so I tried first to swap the bulbs from the known good side to here. Still didn't work. But also the bulb on this side, when it went to the known good working side, also didn't work. So we might have a bad bulb and a bad plug or something. I did go through and reconnect this ground wire just in case. Still didn't change anything. So what we're gonna do now, multimeter, setting it on 20 volts. I am not an expert on this, so there's plenty of other videos to watch on that, but this is what we're dealing with here, and we're going to see when the flashes are on what voltage we're getting on this side, and then we'll check on that side. There we go. So let's jump in between 10, 1, kind of back and forth. There we go. So this side we're only getting 1 to 3 volts. So we're definitely running into some interference or whatever you want to call it. So, all right, here we have, these are the 3 bolts that I'm hoping are gonna go through the steering wheel and then lock into here. And then in the middle is gonna be this locking washer. This bolt here. Pretty much using these smaller bolts here to kind of center it as much as I can. And I can snug this bolt down right there. Alright, so now steering wheel is straight. You can see I actually have some space here. The last thing on the list was to tighten the oil pan bolts. Keep an eye on the oil situation, see if anything's dripping. They were a little bit loose, so I went ahead and tightened them up. Everything else is now good to go. So until next time,